Hey, what's up guys? It's your man 4am again, back with a new Once Human guide. One in which I'm gonna share all the essentials you want to know for your first phases in the Way of Winter update. First off, we're gonna cover the absolute best base location for the early days, with Stardust source, salty, dirty and polluted water, where you can pump oil from the surface with plenty of items around it. But we're also gonna talk about amazing farm spots for specific items, like iron to make steel, gold crystal ore nodes, my hands-down favorite place for cooking ingredients and so much more, while I'm also gonna share the currently best experience farm to get to 50 ASAP, so you can start unlocking all the memetic specializations and prepare yourself for the end game with the best weapons and armor. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Quick reminder, in yesterday's guide I shared all the essential farm spots for animal hides as well as the new plans for cooking. Be sure to check it out in the top right of the screen. Alright, so let's begin with the best base location for the early days. If you're only in like phase 1 or 2, where you only have access to the Vanadium and the annexed tundra. Right now, it's very important you get your hands on all sorts of resources like star trace ore, oil, salt, polluted, dirty water, etc. This is where you will find near these oil spills. Well, check it out, we're pretty lucky. Right now we've got a event right here, Operation Chiron, which brings us very close to this spot. I mean, we're talking about all the essentials you want to pick up early. Star trace ore, for example, can be picked up right next to it. But we also have polluted water, dirty water, salty water, all the different important resources, and so much more. You can tell that everyone decides to build right here. I mean, we even have reindeer occupying the place right here. So we've got the pollution in the sky, we've got the star trace ore, but also the water is polluted. It comes with some salt, dirty water as well. So you will find everything right here. That's why people like to build their base at this very location. A little bit southwest of it, you can also find polar bears for the best furs for your early days to survive in the cold. This is where I managed to find a lot more star trace ore south of the Operation Chiron event in the annexed tundra. Go check out this place as quick as possible. You might have to go to a World 5 or 6 even, because this place is filled with bases already. It's gotta be difficult to find a spot right next to the water. Next up, we're gonna need a whole lot of crafting resources for both weapons and armor to make the tier 3 stuff. This is gonna require these vanadium crystals, but also iron, for example, for the weapons right here. Tier 3 steel ingots and refined parts. So you wanna know the best places where you can pick these up as quick as possible. I already talked about this yesterday, but check this place out, guys. The Vanadium, boy oh boy, this is an amazing multi-farm basically to get a ton of iron in no time. Both the Frost Forge teleportation tower as well as the Frost North teleportation tower. Right here, right here we get a warm welcome of the bison. That's very friendly indeed. But this is where you have the border between the hot and cold zones, but also a ton of all the higher level resources. As you can see, we even have tungsten right here. So this is already a nice one you can start farming for the end game. Also comes with aluminum. But what you want to do from this position is start walking to the north. You can actually use this entire farm path and pick up all the resources. Let's quickly jump on our motorcycle right here and drive towards the next teleportation tower. Right there we've got some iron. You can pick up all the hides, all the tungsten, the different plants. You can interact with all the cars right here to pick up a ton of the fuel. But you simply want to make your way to the south, and this is where you'll be able to pick up all those endgame resources. The iron, the aluminum, the tungsten, which you can see at the sides of the road. Especially if we get to this position right here. Check out all the iron around us. We've got even more right here, even more of that. And even those frost ores, the new ones. Right there, we have a massive valley, by the way. Check this out. That's some iron. If we get a little bit closer, all the ores will start spawning in. That's a ton of aluminum. Sulfur, the frost right underneath us. But yeah, this is your go-to place if you want to get your hands on insane amounts of these resources. And the nice thing is, after you're done with this farm, you simply want to get to the teleportation tower, the one in the north, or you could go the other way around. switch to another world, and, well, all the mobs, the resources, everything is gonna respawn. Well, right now we're gonna check my hands-down favorite place to pick up all the different types of snacks introduced with this update. We're gonna start driving to the southwest, and this is already where we can start seeing the delicious new items. We've got Ice Melon right here. We've got a ton of the Spikematos. Check it out. Right now we're at this location, south of the Thawbreak Harbor Workshop and the Frost North Teleportation Tower. Take that motorcycle and start driving towards the south, where you do have the Frost Forge. So right now we're just driving through this place, and look at all the iron once again. We've got a lot more Spikematos, we've got a ton of these Ice Melons, we've got another one right here. Right now we start to find some slightly different plants. You see a whole lot more mint popping up, you see the Sunny Ginger popping up. Wow, man, so many people are building right here now. That's insane. They even decided to build walls, blocking out all the other players. This is mad. There's even a person right there. But yeah, this is my favorite spot, which I shared yesterday. I mean, look at all the Sunny Ginger, all the mints. It goes as far as the eye can see, basically. And yeah, it's all for the taking. Even better, one of the best endgame farms is right next to it. If we quickly open up the map, this is where you have the Frost Forge. Frost Forge is one of the higher level places right now, where you can farm Vanadium crystals and also the different types of scraps and parts. Right next to the Rift Anchor, wow, once again, a warm welcome, we're gonna have a boss. We also have a player right now checking out the area, so the chances are high that the boss is gone. Yep, well, let's quickly pick up that chest right here, because that already gives us a nice amount of loot. At this exact location, the Rift Anchor, what you want to do is jump into these teleports. Jump into these portals. You will quickly find a whole lot more of these crates. Let's quickly pick this one up right here as well. Go into the next ones and reach the tower. You can tell that a lot of players are farming this spot right now. We have another gear crate right here. We're going to quickly pick that up. This is also where you can start farming those legendary mods. Anyways, right now we want to walk the other way. And this will bring us to a boss, which you can find right there. Take her out. We've got a couple more chests, which you will be able to find all over the place. If you click your fingers, you're going to see all the precious very soon. But if you go into this cave system, this is interesting. Go up there to the east, and this is where you will find a ton of resources. Look at that. We've got somebody else mining the resources right now. There's like a ton of these frosty nodes, tungsten, etc. So this is definitely going to be your place to be. Let me see if we have some Molotovs. There we go. If you throw these right in the middle, you're going to be able to harvest these resources. Definitely recommend you to use a drill. It's going to make all that a little bit easier. Woo, getting pretty hot right here. But there we go. That's a nice amount of the new cold crystal ore, which you can turn into ice crystals with a specialization, which I've unlocked earlier. A very nice one for survival. But another amazing farm spot for these resources would be the teleportation tower Hiveril cave. Zoom out, it's right there in the Vanafjord, right next to the Hiveril restricted area. Another massive complex with a ton of resources. You especially want to check out this zone as well with the Rift Anchor Hiveril, as there you can find a whole lot more too. But if you go to the east, there is another one, the Tundra Monolith. Boy, oh boy, if you would have farmed these frost nodes, this would be the easiest one to do that. We're just gonna drive down right here. You can jump off your motorcycle if you get into the cave system, and then we're just gonna jump down. We're just gonna let us fall down all the way to the bottom of this place, and you can tell that, yeah, it's a pretty long way down right here. And we just want to focus on that specific spot right there. Seems like some people have been farming right here, but yeah, you can find like 15 of these nodes right next to each other. Wow, most of them are still there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 right now. If you make your way up here, there's going to be even more of them. More than enough, basically, as you will never need this many ice crystals. Anyways, still just throw Molotov right in there. and you can start drilling away the ore. Right now we're taking both frost and burn damage. Definitely not recommended to do this, but again, check out the map. Slightly north of the Tundra Monolith, the teleportation tower. This is where you just want to jump down and harvest all this precious loot. There is one more thing I want to talk about, and that's how you can quickly level up to unlock all those nice memetics. You're going to want to level 250 as quick as possible with this scenario, and there is a way how you can do this pretty efficiently. I still see a lot of people convert seawater into salt and other tedious ways to level up, but just check out the Tundra Monolith secret servitor, which is pretty easy to take out. But even better, go for the Avalanche Monolith right here. This is where you can take out the Treant unique Frosty one, which gives you the highest amount of experience per run, which can be done in less than a minute. Even better, after you've taken down the boss, there is a chance you will pick up a new deviation. This one is called the tar pudding, and this one, when working in your territory, is able to extract crude oil and work in your refining facilities. So then it's not even gonna be necessary anymore to have your place right next to those oil spills. You can live pretty much anywhere you want in the world. So yeah, this right here is where I have all those tar puddings, making my portable mixed fuel, which we can then turn into higher quality fuel. I just harvested everything, so it's not gonna be much right now. But still, the more you get, the better the farm. And voila, this is where I decided to make my base right next to the sea. We've got those cute little seals right there. Don't want to harm them. And look at this big beauty, which I caught earlier today. Actually, 2 of them, which I'm preparing a new guide for. An epic fish, which you can combine with a nice farm to get your hands on a ton of polar jellies. So, there you have it, everything you need to know for your first phases. The best base location, the best places to farm all sorts of resources. Get ready for the mid and end game. Probably the best way to level up to 50 as quick as possible, with also an amazing farm for deviations. If you enjoyed the content, as usual, like would be very much appreciated. Would be nice if you can share your favorite farm spots for the early days. If you're still searching for different types of hides of polar bears, resources to craft amazing dishes, be sure to check out my guide in the top right of the screen. Right now though, it's 4 AM out. I want to wish you an amazing day. I'll check you in the next video or live stream. Peace.